Right, let's see if we can get this going. Hello, Paul is the best for UK here. I'm live on YouTube. Say hello in the chat room. Your message will appear on the screen. Okay, so we've got Amiga Bang in the chat room at the moment. And we have got, let's have a look. We have currently got 4 people watching. So yeah, okay, so yeah, this is Paul is the best for UK, and I'm going to do a live stream. So just basically got a webcam pointing at the Amiga. It's actually running through, I'll show you what it's running through. It's running to, this isn't a television, it's a computer PC VGA monitor. There's the Amiga down there, the Amiga 1200. Got an IDE adapter inside it. It's going to this SCART box, and then it's going down here, down through this cable, and into this converter, which converts it from HDMI to VGA. So I've got quite a few wires going on here using this crappy Cheetah 125 joystick to play the games. It's really crap joystick. So yeah, if you've got any game requests, please let me know. And here we go. Let's do this. Can you hear me okay on the microphone? So, okay, so I need to tidy this Amiga up a bit. I'm going to see if we can clean up by name. There we go, a bit better, isn't it? I'm just going to let me 1 second. I'll be with you in a second. I just need to check something. Okay, so I'm using the Snowball Blue Ice. No, sorry, the Snowball Yeti microphone. I'm not right up to the microphone; it's on its stand. So, if you can hear me, that's fine. Okay, so right, let me just. I've got loads of wires and stuff everywhere here. I'm trying to navigate around them. Okay, so yeah, we got the Amiga 1200. This Amiga needs a recap, so I shouldn't really be using it because it hasn't been recapped in its entire life, but it works. It's got a IDE, no sorry, yeah, IDE to SD card inside, and with thousands of games. Because the Amiga operating system is slow at navigating folders, what I've done, as you can see, there's also 8, well, now 6 megabytes free, so most of the games run okay. What I've done is I've installed iGame because it makes it so much easier to navigate the games. So yeah, I've also made a backup of this SD card because there's that much software on it. I don't want it to go wrong. I've backed it up as a HDF file so it works in WinUAE as well. Right, let's have a look at some games. Okay, there's so many games on here, it's unreal. Okay, let me just grab this slider. Yeah, that's a lot of games, I'm sure you'll agree. Yeah, that's quite a lot of games, wouldn't you say? 2,636 games according to the bottom. So Wow. I haven't barely touched the surface. I haven't played most of these games. So let's get into one. Let's try. Most of them do work. These are the odd ones that don't. Let's try Turrican 2 as a starting point. Hopefully I've got the audio set up for the PC monitor. So we should be right into disk, and we should have WHD load pop up any second now. There it is. Turrican 2 1991 factor 5. Okay, here we go. Let's give Turrican 2 a go, shall we? What a fantastic game. I don't like the way you have to press up to jump, but yeah, it is a pretty good game, to be honest. Can you hear the Amiga's music, or do you want me to turn it up a bit? Try and get it in picture. I'm only using a webcam, so it's not the best picture in the world. So yeah, we get the idea. So if we turn back to the workbench screen, I'm just going to have a look. So I forgot what I've got on this Amiga, if I'm honest. Operating system. I think my cat wants to go out. Be right back. Just going to let the cat out. Sorry about that. The cat was meowing. I was trying. I think he wanted to go out. Okay, so yeah, so let's have a look, see what we've got. So I'm sure this is Workbench version 3.9, I think. Is it? Kickstart Workbench version 45.1, Kickstart version 40.68. Okay, so utilities. Oh, all the icons are messed up on this. Clean up by name. Ah, there it is. Say I wanted to do that. It's funny. Hello, Patrick. Let's have a look. See what we got on here now. So you confirming that the microphone sounds fine. Jason Cowling says if you hold the fire button you can rotate the gun, or maybe that's an upgrade. Been a while since I played. Yeah, you can. That's true. That's true on Turrican. Yeah, if you hold the fire button. Patrick Furlong says hello. Amiga Bang says sup, or what's up. So yeah, I just wanna. This is funny. Hello, YouTubers. My Amiga.
Hello, YouTubers. I am the Amiga.
Turn it off a bit. Try that again.
Hello, YouTubers. I am the Amiga.
Yeah, I used to love playing with that back in the day. I had it on the Amiga 500 Plus, so not the 1200. I actually picked this Amiga 1200 from a second-hand shop down Staffordshire way, and yeah, that was funny. It was only 25 quid, but I did buy it in 2003, so retro computers were a hell of a lot more cheaper in 2003. You could get a Atari Jaguar from Game or Electronics Booty. I can't remember which one it was. It was only a tenner. Well, let's get into more games anyway. You can't help but try Stunt Car Racer, one of my favourite games on the Amiga. Well, it's my favourite game on all the formats, to be honest. I was impressed I managed to get it working on the Spectrum. Stunt Car Racer. Hope you're all having a pleasant Sunday afternoon. So Stunt Car Racer. Half of these games have got cracks on them and pirate messages and stuff, because I just downloaded it as one big torrent file. Right, so yeah, the hilarious pictures of the people on Stunt Car Racer. Look at this is not right, is it? It's not supposed to be called the Teasing Temper and the Rat Race. They've modified this version of the game. Well, I've modified it. That's not the correct track names. It's supposed to be the roller coaster. The Rat Race. Have they actually modified the tracks as well? I think they have, you know. So I'm not sure. This is like a dodgy modified version of the game. Whoa, look at the colours. The colours are different as well. Yeah, Stunt Car Racer. Whoa, this is a modified track. Oh well, it gives the game a bit of a different experience if it's got different tracks. I'm sorry to hear that, Patrick Furlong. I hope you feel better soon. I know we are in troublesome times at the moment. Oh my god. I do apologise about the glare. It's an old webcam I'm pointing at the screen. Microsoft Livecam or something like that. Let's have a look at the Teasing Temper. Teasing Temper. So this is a strange modified version of Stunt Car Racer. I don't know where I found it. I think it was just part of the torrent of games. Whoa! I really do love the Amiga, it's a fantastic machine. And Amiga Workbench or Amiga OS is a fantastic operating system as well. Stands out well even today. Whoa! Not very good at this game. So yeah, let's have a look at chat. I fell off the... Patrick says, not very good myself. I fell off the chair earlier while measuring up for corner shelves. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're okay. Let's try some more games. Shall we do a bit of Dizzy? What do you think? David Bursel's favourite game? Let's have a look. Don't tell him I said that. Dizzy Excellent Adventures. Let's have a look at that one. Let me know if you've got any game requests, because there's so many on here. I wouldn't be surprised if it's not here. So Dizzy's Excellent Adventures. Oh, I don't want them to actually. Try disc 1 instead. Let's try disc 1. See what's on this one. And Panic Dizzy, and that's the same one? No, okay. Yeah. Quick Snacks, Bubble Dizzy, Prince of the Art Farm. Let's give Prince of the Art Farm a try. So, Codemasters. Obviously these games found their fame via the 8-bits and the Oliver twins. I always preferred the 8-bit versions to the 16-bit versions, if I'm honest. The 16-bit versions looked like very cartoony, but I always liked the look of the 8-bit versions. Here we go, Dizzy. Sorry, it's a bit out of the screen in it. I'll just adjust the camera. That's a bit better in it. Okay, so yeah, here's Dizzy. I remember playing this on the Spectrum. Yeah, so this is David Burslow's favourite game, to be honest. I'm not sure what you mean, Patrick. Didn't you get Zoe Kirk Robinson to add that voiceover to her animation? No, I didn't do anything. Why? What animation? You'll have to show me what animation you mean. I'll turn the music up a bit, it's too quiet. Strange, kind of strange Dizzy music. What I might do for a future live stream is feed the audio directly into OBS rather than use a microphone to capture the audio. Then you'll be able to hear it much better and in full stereo as well. I should have done that this time really. It's easy enough to do. Whee! So of course we've got Mega Drive Game of Day tonight. It's a puzzle game tonight. I'll let you into a secret. Mega Drive Game of Day is a puzzle game. A very good one as well. So let's have a look at the chat. Okay, Patrick says, got a nearly complete Amstrad CPC set of Codemasters. What, on disc or tape? Jason Cowling says, never played Dizzy stuff on the Amiga, but the graphics look nice compared to the old 8-bit versions. They do, yeah, they do look very cartoony and like more refined, but I sort of like the 8-bit graphics better. Like as in I think it's more of a nostalgic thing for me because I absolutely love Dizzy on the Spectrum, and yeah, the skies are all black and you can't like on this scene at the moment you can see mountains and stuff in the background which you wouldn't see on the Spectrum version. So yeah, the Amiga does have enhanced graphics, absolutely. It's nice to see that this game's full screen as well. A lot of Amiga games aren't full screen, but this is actually got no borders. The border that you can see is just a monitor, it's not the game. I'm going to come out of Dizzy and let's have a look at some more. Now, I want one game you might not have saw. I'm sure most of you have, but one is The Lion King. It's really impressive for an Amiga. This is. It's really true SNES quality. It takes advantage of the AGA chipset of the Amiga 1200, and it's really just as, apart from a few levels are missing because it was on floppy disk, it really does have the look and play of the Super Nintendo version, and the music sounds just as good as the Super Nintendo version as well. So it's really cool. Probably can't hear that. I'll have to turn it off a bit. And as you can see, yeah, it's really good. It's got all the parallax scrolling and everything. The music sounds just as good as the Super Nintendo version. They's a bit slow then on this version compared to the SNES there. But all in all, it does a fantastic job. It's a bit hard to play it with a joystick because you have to use up to jump. But other than that, yeah, they've done a really good job here. I mean, sometimes on Amiga games you had a choice of either music or sound effect, but this game has got both music and sound effects simultaneously. I do apologise about the glare, see if I can reduce that somehow. That's a bit better, isn't it? Let's try a different game. How do you exit this one? Yeah, the good thing about WHD Loud is there's a shortcut to exit the game and return back to Workbench. Hard driving was good on the Amiga. Good conversion. So yeah, automatic. So they've done quite a... Oh, it's mouse controlled. So they've done a pretty good job here. I think they've used mouse control to sort of emulate a steering wheel analog properties. Actually, to be honest, it plays quite well with the mouse. I'm surprised. I'm using an old Amiga ball mouse as well. I could never navigate this loop. You can't go too fast or you I crashed. Yeah, I told you I can never navigate that loop. Instant replay. Oof, nasty. Checkpoint. Yeah, cool. I'll tell you what, driving a real car is not as hard as this. Nowhere near. I don't know if that's because it's an Amiga 1200 or because it's an Amiga 500, Jason Coding. I can't remember how smooth the 500 version is. This is a 68020 processor instead of the 68000, so it might be slightly smoother on this, I'm not sure. I've got no accelerator boards or anything. Yes, that's what I mean, Patrick. I haven't got an accelerator. I've only got a memory upgrade. There's no coprocessor or accelerator at all. This is just a stock CPU. I tried Frontier Elite 2, a game that's well known for being slow on Amigas, and it's now faster on this than the 500 version, so unfortunately. Yeah, that's actually I'll show you, I might as well. Oh, I didn't know that, Patrick. I thought the Amiga 500 version of hard driving was just as fast as that. I'll have to get the Amiga 500 out the loft and try that one of the days. Well, I suppose an easier way will be to emulate the Amiga 500 using WinUAE. Well, yeah, Frontier Elite 2 is slow, even on the 1200. I'm not surprised though, it's got the whole entire universe in one disc. Does that look any smoother than the 500 version to you? I think it's just as slow. Yeah, years ago, like back when Frontier Elite 2 was first released, I had it as a birthday present as a kid, and I was gobsmacked. You could fly to Earth and everything. I was like, wow. Takes ages to get to Earth. Is it? Oh, okay. I haven't used an... Well, I haven't really played much of these games on an Amiga 500 for a long time, so I thought this looked quite slow. But then again, I also a very big fan of PC MS-DOS systems, and I'm used to... I suppose I must be used to the 486 version, and the 486 version is incredibly smooth. It's like 60 frames per second or whatever. It's just wow on the 486. But yeah, let's just get into the game and let's have it's a French version by the looks of it. Let's get into the game. I'm gonna set the height detail onto maximum. Is that maximum detail there? I don't know, I can't read French. Okay, let's launch, request clearance, try a launch. Yeah, you can see how slow it is at this point. If that was a 486 it would be smooth as silk. Wow, it's unplayable. But saying that, I used to play it like this, but I think I had the detail down on the 500, so I think as time has progressed, I didn't used to notice bad frame rates, but I think as computers have advanced, the frame rates are more noticeable on the older games. It's like on what you call it on the Spectrum, Castle Master. That was another game I loved as a kid, but I tried playing it recently on the Spectrum, and it's insanely slow. But I didn't notice it at the time. I can't remember. As a kid, I can't remember Castle Master being slow. It's strange. It's weird. Maybe because we're all used to like games like Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto 5 being silky smooth. You just sort of notice the slowness of these old games more. But yeah. So, any requests of a game, anyone? There's so many on here, it's just hard to decide. I always look forward to Amiga Game a Day because there's so many on here, you don't have to find the ROMs or anything. Hello ZX Specky, welcome to the chat room. Yeah, I think you're right, Jason. I think I'm glad, if I'm honest, I'm glad I was born when I was, because I've got to see the golden age of computing, how it's sort of progressed through the years. If I was born like, say, the year 2000, say if I was born in the year 2000, the first computer when I'm about 8 years old, say if I have my computer at 8 years old, would have been PlayStation 3. That would have been my first sort of console computer. And look at the speed and the graphical, technical capabilities of that system. And yeah, I am. I'm well and alive, truly alive. Truly as daft as usual. But yeah, the PlayStation 3, if you was born in 2000 and you had your first gaming console at 8 years old, it would have been like something like the Xbox 360, the PlayStation 3. But my first actual gaming platform, it's not, which Clive Sinclair doesn't like me saying this, but my first actual gaming platform was the ZX Spectrum. ZX Spectrum 128 plus 2A, or plus 2B to be precise. And yeah, that was on Christmas Day 1989. I think I was 6. Was I 6 years old or 8? Well, I was born in 1982, so I would have been 8, yeah. That was my first gaming platform. Well, it's obviously a personal computer. So I've just got to catch up with some of these messages. Hope you are well, Paul. Good to see you well and live. Yeah. Like I said, I'm very well. Very hyper at the moment, I must say. We are glad to be in the beginning. We saw the revolution. Yeah, definitely. Can't agree with more. Good afternoon, Paul from Lee Taylor. Good afternoon, sir. Agreed. Glad my first ARM computer was 48k Specky in 1982. Good choice. Could have been a Commodore 64. I had my first at 5. Amstrad CPC, Christmas 1984. Did you have the colour version of the monitor or the green screen, Patrick, at the time? Let's just get on the game as well so we can... It's a bit boring looking at that image, isn't it? Let's have a look. We've got... I'm going to try a game that I've never heard before. I'm going to deliberately try and find a game I've never heard of before. Let's have a look. Heard most of them. Highway Patrol 2. Never heard of that one before. I think that was the problem with the Amstrad CPC, Patrick. I think some people didn't choose it because of the requirement at the time to having to buy a monitor as well. I might be wrong, I don't know the history, but did the Amstrad CPC sell as well as the Commodore 64 and Spectrum? Because it was the only microcomputer at the time that required a monitor. Okay, I've never heard of this game before. By Microwides. Let's give it a go. I'll have a look in a minute, Jason Colin. Oh no, it's got some sort of piracy protection thing. Oh, it's been cracked anyway, so we're good. Okay, so we okay, this is interesting. We have started on some sort of office room with bottle of whiskey. Fair play. I'm presuming we have to choose one of these. I know it did Lee Taylor, but he says the Amstrad CPC had a modulator module available as well, Paul, to connect to TV. It did, but that was later on, wasn't it? That wasn't at the start of the Amstrad's life, I don't think. I think that come much later. I think there was a bit of demand for something like that, unless I've got it wrong. And people were frustrated to not play Amstrad games without the hefty price tag of the monitor as well. But there was one good thing about the Amstrad CPC requiring the monitor. It had the best picture. I mean, even back then, we don't really remember this as much, but even back then the pictures were fuzzy on television sets. I mean, when you look back at your childhood, you think you can't remember the fuzziness of the picture, but it must have been there. Can I actually click on it? I can't seem to click on any of this. I don't know what this game is all about. Ah, there we go. I've clicked on something. Okay, so that seems to pop up some files. Does anyone know what I'm doing? Oh, here we go. We're into the action there. Ooh, it's a test drive style in cockpit driving game. Whoa, cool. Oh fuck. I just crashed into another vehicle. Ah, this is quite an interesting game. For 1989, this is quite innovative. It's got turns and everything. This would have probably been quite impressive in 1989 push. It's not using polygons to render the 3D world, I don't think, because it's a bit too smooth for that for 1989. Or maybe it is. That's quite cool actually. Again, maybe an undisclosed gem I've never saw before. Yeah, it's quite impressive actually for what it is. There's like turns and stuff. I wonder if this game come with a road map, like an actual map. I know Crazy Cars 2, I think it was, did in the box, and this is a similar sort of game to Crazy Cars 2 actually. Yeah, quite impressive. I like the Amstrad CPC, I've got one. It's stored away at the moment. The trouble is, with my house, I really envy people like LGR on YouTube because they've got like massive basement or something that they can have all their computers all lined up and set up. But me, I've just got this tiny box room inside a 3-bedroom house, and I just have to like sort of put computers into storage unless I'm using them for that particular month. It's a shame really, because I've got BBC Micro. I've got BBC Model B up in the loft, and I would like to explore that more, but I can't have it set up because I've got other computers set up that I need to use, and sort of have to like rotate what you've got set up, and it's frustrating in a way. And yes, my BBC Micro did have the filter caps replaced in the PSU. Mr. Ian Gledhill did that for me. He actually sold me the system as well. He's a great guy, he is. And he's repaired it. To be honest, Mutant Caterpillar Games has repaired most of my retro computers. I agree, ZX Specky. I agree. It was worse before. I lived in a 1-bedroom flat, and all the computers were in the living room as well as the living room. Mrs. wasn't impressed, to be honest. That wasn't good. I had my ZX Spectrum, my Commodore 64, my Amiga all in the living room with the sofa, the chairs, the Sky television, everything. It was getting a bit annoying for the missus and me for that matter. She was trying to watch something like let's say, what does she watch? She watches that crime scene investigation program for some strange reason. I don't really get into them American dramas, and I had the Spectrum going in the same room at the same time, and we was getting on each other's nerves. Yeah, do you want me to put? Did you not see it, Luke? Oh, Lucas Boy has joined. I'm a big fan of your channel, Lucas Boy. Was hard driving on the Amiga? Yeah, I'll put it on earlier in the live stream. Didn't you? Have you only just like logged in to the live stream, because it was on earlier? Hard driving 2, race driving, or whatever it was called, is also on the Amiga as well. I'll have a look up here what I've got on here. I'm going to do Power Droid in a minute for Jason Colin. We've got a hard driving. Yeah, there's hard driving 1 and hard driving 2, drive harder. Yeah, you did, Lucas Boy. I'll quickly put it on if the others don't mind, just to show you the hard driving. It's really smooth. They were saying on the live chat earlier, they were saying it was really smooth compared to the 500 version. I can't remember how smooth the 500 version was, because it's been a long time since I've played the 500 version. Have a quick look at it. I'll go the speed track this time, try a bit of variety, because I went the stunt track last time. So yeah, this is hard driving the Amiga version. Plays really well, actually. Plays really well. It's mouse controlled. I don't know if you can change that in options or anything, but it's actually, you actually drive the car with the mouse, not the joystick. Whoa, I'm going off road here. But yeah, this is hard driving on Amiga. Feel free to do a review of it. I'm sure you want to. I watched some of your golf videos. I can't remember what system. I think it might have been Panasonic 3DO, and very funny. Very good videos. I love it. Oh shit. I'm going off road here. Whoa. It might be because it's an Amiga 1200, Lucas Boy. The Amiga, obviously the Amiga 1200's got, oh my god, don't even talk about the Commodore 64 version. Oh, good grief. Oh my god. The Commodore 64 version was so bad, and yeah, exactly what Patrick just said, that was a disgrace. The Commodore 64 version of hard driving was so bad, I would give it, literally, and I'm not even lying, 1% out of 100. Not 2%, but 1%. It was horrendous. It was, I reckon most of the production team who was working on the Commodore 64 version of hard driving was on drugs, because you can't produce such a bad game as that. That was ridiculously bad. The Spectrum version is okay, at least it tries, but the Commodore 64 version, don't even go there. if you must, prepare to cry. It's that bad. It's horrible. Even back in the day, you know, do you remember Commodore's Format magazine and Zap 64 magazine? Even they were unimpressed back at the time of its release. I can't imagine people paying £3.99, or no, actually it was a full price game at the start, wasn't it? Like a tenner of 1990s money for Commodore 64 version. It wasn't just about the frame rate. None of it was there. The house wasn't there, the cow wasn't there, none of the hills were there. I don't think even a loop was on it. It was just a road, and that was about it. I don't think, most of it just wasn't there. I know the Commodore 64 can do a lot better than that. They were just lazy ass programmers at the time. It was shocking. It was really shocking. Have a look from my YouTube. Oh, didn't know. Oh, okay, Patrick. Oh, I didn't realise that. Have a look at my, like someone said, Lucas Boy. Have a look at my YouTube video of hard driving on the Commodore 64 that I did a long time ago. I swear a lot. I think if I remember, it was a long time ago. It was like 7 or 8 years ago, I think. Yeah, it's bad. The Spectrum version is slow, but at least it's got most of the game there. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. Let's have a look at Power Droid if it's on here. I can't guarantee it's on here. Yeah, it is. Power Droid 90, I think the Amiga version come out. I think, is this homebrew or is it actual release? Power Droid, I don't even know. Here it is anyway. This is a request from Jason Cowling. Oh, check out that music. It's still by Andrew Braybook, so it must be the same game. Cool. This is a weird version of Power Droid, I have to admit. See if I can grapple. Yeah. So another unit nearby. I want to see if I can grapple. Come here. Where you gone? No. I want to try and interface with another droid. There we go, attempting transfer. I think I prefer the Commodore 64 version, to be honest. Yeah, okay, so yeah, you get the idea. We've got to sort of... I'm on the left hand side here. Get as much as you can. Did you ever see Quasitron on the Spectrum, Jason? That was a brilliant sort of Power Droid style game. I've died. This is it. This is Power Droid 90. That's what this one is. Quasitron on the Spectrum was good as well. Same developer, Android. Sorry, yeah, same developer, Android. Andrew Braybook. Oh, the Commodore 64 version of Power Droid is a lot better than this, I think. What I've saw so far, don't get me wrong, I haven't saw much of it yet. I've only just played it. Right. I think the graphics are, sort of spoil it in a way. It's like a different sort of design to it, which sort of spoils it. Dead already. Quasitron is amazing. It's a really good Spectrum Power Droid, really. Yeah, I've got a video on that somewhere. I've got that many videos on there now. I've been doing YouTube since 2006. I can't believe it. One of the early ones. Back when it used to be known as Broadcast Yourself. It's now all money now, isn't it? Oh, bloody hell. F10. Exit. I can't get out the game. Ah, there we go. Finally got it. Let's have a look. What else we got on the old games? Tell you what's quite impressive on the Amiga, if I can find it. Not Street Fighter 2, But the newer version of Street Fighter 2, the original version of Street Fighter 2 on Amiga is Pants. I'm sure I've got that on here. The new one. The newer one, should I say? Street. Oh, maybe I haven't got it on. That's a shame. Let's try a search. Patrick, it's a shame really because I quite enjoyed your videos, to be honest. You will always get like the people who don't appreciate your content, because that's what happens to me all of the time. I've got used to it now. You always get troll comments or stupid. You can't please everyone basically. That's just the way it is. The way I see it is, if they don't want to watch your video, they won't watch your video, or they will, but they will just try and, I don't know, bad comment you or whatever. And I'm just used to it now. I've actually got my settings as approved comments. Now all comments are enabled, but filter out any any bad comments. Just the DWP. Well, I know that's a thing. Why? The problem is with it is people just. I swear, if I'm honest, I reckon the trolls will always never have a video of their own. If you get a bad comment on one of your videos, like your videos are shit, or I don't know, something like I'm gonna kill you or something like that, you will always find that if you go onto their account, there's no videos. So it's sort of weird that they've got no content of their own, but that's sort of like make it out of their way to sort of annoy you. So I'll just ignore them now, to be honest. I'll just do it for fun. Do it. I have enabled monetization, but I only get a couple of quid, like every 3 months or something. But the YouTube partner program is happy with me to enable monetization, and that money just goes on to make new videos. If I do get enough, like say the 50 quid minimum payout, which you have to earn before it will pay out, which hasn't happened with me yet, I will buy something to help with the channel, such as maybe a new camera, new microphone, that sort of thing. So yeah, it's I do it for fun, and I get about 2 quid a month, something like that. I don't get like thousands of quid like the big guys like Ben Phillips, like the 8-bit guy. I don't get thousands each month. I only get like I don't know, £1.80 a month, something like that. Yeah, I agree, Jason Curlin. Do it because you like it. Forget the trolls. But yeah, that's just the way it is. Sorry if I'm rambling on a bit. Because I've been doing YouTube for so long now, sometimes I'll get chatty about things like this. I do apologise. I've been doing it since I was... How old was I when I started doing it? Well, I'm 38 now, so in 2006 or 2006 I started. So if it's 2020 now, in 2006 I must have been 28, 24, something like that. 24 years old, wow. If you, yeah, to be honest, Patrick, you've got to do what's right by your health as well. I mean, I've had breakdowns, as everyone knows, on Facebook and stuff, and yeah, it's all good. Anyway, so, well, it's not all good, but I'm talking too much now, so let's get back into the games. That's what we're here for, isn't it? I did like it, yeah. What you should do is, actually, Patrick, is have a good year out or something, year or two out, and then maybe return, but with a new channel. Not restart the one you had, just like sort of restart again, but with a new username, a new channel, and maybe just the second time better, you might want to do it again. That's what I'm thinking anyway. So yeah, like I was saying before this chat, this Street Fighter 2 port is amazing on the Amiga. It's much better than the crappy Street Fighter 2 original game we got. As you can see, it's got all the arcade visuals of the new one, the new version of it. If I can stop the game. I mean, have you ever saw this version of Street Fighter? Running on an Amiga? I didn't until recently. I couldn't tell you if it runs on a stock 500 or not. I think it runs, I know it runs on 1200 obviously, but I don't know if it runs on the 68000 machines. When it starts, it will start in a minute. Wait for it to finish. It should come on in a minute. And as you can see, I know it's a small paper, it's got big borders, but this is an awesome version of Street Fighter on the Amiga. It's how the original Street Fighter 2 game should have been programmed. It's really true, it hasn't got the parallax scrolling of the SNES and Mega Drive, but it's just much better than the original game we had. Because that was, as you know, there was a different version of Street Fighter 2 on the Amiga that was released as floppy disk like originally, and it was absolutely terrible. You had to keep swapping discs all the time and everything. You do. I can't tell you if you have to swap discs on this version because I haven't got the floppy version of this, but obviously WHD loud eliminates the need for doing that. It's got all the speech and everything. When the Amiga is programmed right, it can really yield some excellent games. Just lazy programmers. I might Google it later and see if this works on a 500, because I don't know if it does or not. We all seem to forget that the Amiga 1200 is actually a 32-bit machine, like the PlayStation 1. Basically, it's a 32-bit machine. Obviously, it can't produce 32-bit graphics like the PlayStation 1 can, but it's still a 32-bit machine. I'm just trying to think about. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to show on here. The Amiga's attempt at Doom. Not good, to be honest. There was a port of Doom for the Amiga actually. It wasn't official. I think it was homebrew called A Doom. I don't think I've got it on the computer though, unfortunately, because I would show you. Yeah, it takes ages for iGame to filter. We'll get there in a minute. We'll stop flashing in a minute. What, Granny's Gardens on the Amiga, Lucas boy? I didn't realise that. I thought I'd show you Alien Big 3D. It's sort of like the Amiga's answer to Doom back in the day. It's not great. It's not bad, but it's a 1200 only game, or 1200 above, should I say. It's by the great guys at Team 17. I tried to get the 3D FPS on the Amiga and it didn't. It's not brilliant. Is that working or has it crashed? I'm not sure if that's crashed or not. Be right back. Yeah, it's definitely crashed, hasn't it? Oh shit, I can't get out of it. I'm going to have to restart the Amiga. So yeah, Alien Breed wasn't working on that occasion. Gloom. I haven't actually played that one. I wonder if that's on here. Find out in a minute when it restarts. That's if it does. It should be booting up. Hopefully. Hopefully it will come on in a minute. I'll just completely ad-lib this. I haven't rehearsed this or anything. I'm just doing it as it comes. There's no script or no anything. It's just live. Right, okay, so what was it? Storage on it? I think it was in storage. I need to rearrange all this stuff. It's a bit messed up. Okay, operating system. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up this by name again. This time I'm going to snapshot it. That should save it now, so when you reopen it, it should be nice and tidy. No, that didn't work. Okay, clean up by name. Snapshot, no? Ah, there we go. Snapshot all. Okay, then let's try that again. I can't remember how you use. There we go, that's nice and tidy now. iGame. The extra memory I've got on the Amiga is by AmigaKit.com. Reasonable price as well. I think it was only about 50 quid to get 8 megabytes of fast RAM, which is a must if you're going to run WHD load. Obviously if you use a GoTech you don't need the extra RAM, but with WHD load, if you've got all the games on a hard drive or memory card, you're going to require to have some fast RAM or extra RAM. Gloom. Let's have a look if Gloom's on here. Nah, sadly Gloom isn't on here. What else we got? I'm going to have a look. See. I tell you what was a really impressive game. Even on the 500, well, the 500 system was a very impressive system as well, and James Bond 2 was amazing game. Like really consoles quality. Actually, it's I think the best version is the Amiga version. I don't think the Mega Drive and the SNES version of James Bond 2 was as good as this. I remember it being heavily endorsed by the Penguin, the chocolate bar. And we'll talk about early product placement in games. Yeah, Amiga kit's really good, isn't it? Jason Carolyn and me says used Amiga kit a few times. It's been good to me. Yeah, definitely. I was impressed that this come out on the Commodore 64 as well. And the cassette version of it wasn't that bad with the multi-load. It was quite a cool game. Very Christmassy feeling for some reason, I thought. Probably because of the snow at the start. I always thought it was very Christmassy, this game. It's another one of them games where you have to use up to jump, which I'm not a fan of. But that was the way of the joystick back then. There was only one fire button, so I suppose I had to do it that way. I suppose I could have reversed it. Instead of using fire to do that, up to do that, and then fire to jump, I think that would have worked better actually. Ooh. Get the stuff, get the clock. Yeah, using a joystick to play games seems slightly strange these days. Whoa, marshmallow man. Get the exit. Oh, the booner. Not easy. Not an easy. I'm hopelessly horrendous at games these days. That. I wonder how many let's have a look. Is CJ Elephant Antics on here? I don't think I've saw the Amiga version of that. Yeah, it is. I want to see this. I've never saw the Amiga version of this game before. I'm curious. I don't think I have. 1991 Codemasters. Cool. Yeah, nice colourful version of CJ Elephant Antics. I think what they could have done, which would have made it really good, is added some parallax scrolling. That would have been fantastic. But yeah, it's definitely a more colourful version than the Spectrum version I'm used to. Don't get me wrong now, the Spectrum version of this is excellent. One of my favourite games actually. I have got a Facebook group, the Paul is the best for UK official YouTube group, so feel free to request. It's not a very big group, it's only got about 45 members, but yeah. I also own the Odd PC Forever Facebook group as well. I talk shit on Facebook, so if you add me as a friend, yeah, it's not good. I don't always talk shit. Okay, so let's try and jump on this. Right. Whee! There's the Eiffel Tower. Is that the Eiffel Tower? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Right, let's change the game. Let's have a look. What else have we got on here? Cool spot. I know, Soccer Kid. I remember that game well. That was the game I had as a demo of back in the day. Let's have a look at this one. This is a weird game, so let's use your football to destroy the enemies. I think he did. Like he sort of kicked the football to go at your enemies. Who remembers this one? Let's have a look at the text. Granny's Garden, says Lucas Boy. It would have had to have been several discs, says Patrick Furlong. Vai says this game's awesome. Jason Carolyn says used Amiga kits a few times, they've been good to me. Yeah, they're brilliant company, to be honest. And he also says, yeah, Amiga James Pond 2 is the best. Lol, laugh out loud. Yeah, James Pond 2 on the Amiga is an amazing game, I have to admit. Probably the best version, like I said. Is this working or is it crashed again? Sometimes these games do crash. I sort of like do this flicker thing. I know we're on. Okay, music on, start the game. I think the games get a bit confused because it's running from WHD load rather than the floppy disk. And I think that might be one of the reasons why it does that flickering flash effect whilst it's loaded. Perhaps. I don't know for sure. Hopefully it will work. It should work. They normally work. Normally it's got music, I don't know what's happened to the music. I will turn the music off by accident. I was hoping to get the music because the music's really good. It says music on there, doesn't it? Maybe they've shortened the version down to get the music off. Oh well, we'll have to play with no music for now. Okay, so yeah, this is a really cool game where you sort of like got a football and you can use it to bash away your enemies. Got plenty of parallax scrolling as well, which makes it quite impressive. Watch out for the bike. It does have music normally, maybe I don't know, maybe it's like a rip version of the game where they've cut out the music. But yeah, another impressive game on the Amiga. Road Rash. I'm gonna look at that. I can't really remember what the Amiga version of Road Rash was like. I remember it on the Mega Drive, that's for sure. Oh, it is the actual one. Road Rash. See what the Amiga version fares up like. 91 to 92 Electronic Arts. Banana Man 1 says Walker was good. I'll have a look at Walker in a minute. I remember Sleepwalker, I can't remember Walker. Oh, very good actually. It's not bad actually. I'm really impressed. It's just like the Mega Drive version. Got multi-layered parallax scrolling in the background. The road goes by just like on the Mega Drive. Nice and smooth frame rate. Yeah, good. Quite impressed with this one. I can't remember if I played the Amiga version of this. But yeah, they've done a pretty good job. Whee! Some hills and gradients. Yeah, I'm really impressed with that Road Rash. See if Walker's on here. I can't guarantee it's on here though, Banana Man 1, because I haven't got every game on here. Let's have a look. Walker. There it is. Right, let's try Banana Man 1 suggestion of Walker. I don't think I've ever played this one. Hopefully it should come on in a minute. A Psygnosis game, just like Lemmings. Ooh, DMA design just like Lemmings as well. It looks like the bad guy in Robocop. The what you call it? Right, okay, let's just start the game and see what we got. Oh, it's mouse driven. That is cool. There's a lot of speech at the start of this game. Oh, I see you use both the mouse and the joystick. Yeah, you're right. This is pretty cool, actually. So yeah, this is a game where you've got to use both the mouse and the joystick at the same time, or one of you can control it with the joystick and another person can control the mouse. That is pretty cool. That's pretty innovative. Can't get my words out today. Innovative. Nah, can't get my words out. Yeah, that's pretty cool actually. Yeah, that's really good. Why have I not played this game before? It's pretty awesome. There's a lot of speech in it as well, which is quite cool. Whoa! Gotta watch out for the temperature of the gun. It increases when you shoot. Yep, that is a really good game. Thanks for the suggestion, Banana Man 1. Only Amiga makes it possible. That's a really good game, that is, Banana Man. Might do a separate review of that actually. Vroom. This was a game I remember from back in the day. Really fast driving game. Love this game as well. Hopefully it will load up okay. Yeah, it's all the way back in 1991. I used to love this game. I remember it being really fast, like really smooth and fast. Hopefully it will load up okay. So start the game. If I can figure out how to drive the car. Well, I can steer, but I can't accelerate. Why can't I accelerate? Okay, normally it's crashed. I know it hasn't. Yeah, it has. What is going? I think this one's crashed for some reason. Yeah, sadly this one's crashed, so I'm going to have to reboot the computer. Oh dear, that wasn't good. Shame really, because I really like that game. Not sure if the Amiga's actually booting back up or not. I've really crashed it. Give it a minute, it should come on. It's not coming on, is it? Try hard power off and a hard power on, see if that helps. Well, the disk activity light is on, so hopefully it will come back on in a minute. Mine's the Amiga 1200 by Commodore version. It does actually need a recap, so some of the problems might be because it's never had a recap. There's no floppy drive installed at the moment. The floppy drive died ages ago, and it's just an empty void at the moment. That's why I think it takes a long time to boot sometimes. Yeah, Vroom. Lucas Boy says it looks like the Amiga had some pretty cool racing games. I didn't know there were so many. Yeah, it had loads. Chase HQ, Turbo Outrun, everything. Outrun wasn't good though. Outrun was not a good game on the Amiga. We're back into the desktop anyway. So yeah, let's have a look. I was gonna try. I'm trying if you mentioned Granny's Garden. I don't think that's on the Amiga, but I'm gonna see if it's on my list anyway. I know Granny's Garden come out on the BBC Micro. Let's have a look, see if Granny's Garden's here. I've got a Pentium 166 MMX computer that's got a Voodoo 3DFX card in it. I think when I do a live stream again, I think I'm going to be doing it on that system, showing off some of the early 3DFX titles that I like. Windows 98 is installed on it. I think that'll be the next live stream. Might do it next Sunday, or yeah, probably will do it next Sunday. Obviously, there's game of day tonight, 6 o'clock. That's not live though. It's already been done. Have I even clicked on the icon? I don't think I have I? Try again. Right, okay, so I'll have a look for that, but I don't think it's on here. No, Granny's Garden isn't on here. Gremlins 2, the new batch, I've got to try that. I used to love them Gremlins movies. The first one was much better than the sequel though. The first one was the best. I'm going to try Gremlins 2 on the Amiga, a game I've never played. 1990 Elite. Gizmo! Cool. Ah, you play as the main guy. I wonder if this had a original Gremlins game. The Mogwai had the water being fed after midnight by the looks of it on this one. Oh, shit. Right, it's got the Gremlins theme tune in the background. Sorry, I don't know if you can hear that. Speakers don't go very loud. Ow, that hurt. Well, there we go, that's the live stream for today. Wow. Over an hour and a half worth. I really enjoyed that actually. I really enjoyed talking to the people in the chat, and yeah, that was really fun. I have to do these more often. Yeah, I'm going to end it here because I'm going to get something to eat. And yeah, there you go. Thank you for watching, and thank you for taking part in the chat room. I really do appreciate that. Everyone who did. And yeah, so I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye!